Greetings! So, here it is at last, the third and apparently final trailer for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. With just a couple months left until the movie hits theaters, let's take one last look at what we've learned so far and speculate from there. We start off with somebody that I can only presume is Rey scavenging around in what I can only assume is the downed Star Destroyer we keep seeing. Notice the dust and the TIE Fighter parts lying around.
Who are you?
An excellent question. What does this random junkyard girl and her adorable little rolling droid have to do with anything? And more importantly, does that stick she's carrying shoot lasers?
I'm no one.
Somehow, I don't think that's likely. Wait a second. Is that a firefly? Tell me that isn't a firefly.
Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me.
Now, we've seen this shot already, but now we know that this is the dreaded Starkiller base, an ice planet converted into the stronghold of the First Order and armed with a destructive new weapon capable of destroying an entire star system. So it looks like the First Order is upping the ante a bit on the Doomsday machines.
I was raised to do one thing.
And here we have Finn, who was raised to do one thing. I guess that one thing was to desert the First Order and crash a TIE Fighter. This scene puts a scene from the previous trailer in a new light. Is Finn really the pilot of this out-of-control TIE? I suppose that would explain why the First Order is so keen to take him out. Hey, can you tell this is a J.J. Abrams movie yet? Fortunately, this is the most obnoxious the lens flare gets in the trailer. Anyway, here is Kylo Ren, who is a Force user with a red lightsaber, a black outfit, and serves the evil Empire, but is totally not a Sith.
Nothing will stand in our way.
Oh yeah, and crazy, scary, distorted voice. He's pretty much the ultimate Darth Vader fanboy.
I will finish what you started.
Like I said, ultimate Vader fanboy. Of course, this guy wants to finish what Vader started, but did he miss the memo where Vader killed the Emperor and became a happy Force ghost? No, not you. There we go. I mean, Ren clearly went to the trouble of digging up Vader's mask. Surely he looked into how it ended up in an Ewok funeral pyre. Now, the way I understand it, only Jedi can see Force ghosts, so I kinda wonder if Force Ghost Anakin isn't following this guy around face-palming and saying, "Stop it! This isn't what I want!" For example, torturing Poe Dameron with the Force. Ghost Anakin would not approve. And what's with this vision he's showing Poe? Is it a random attack? A flashback to Alderaan? Is this what the Starkiller base is capable of? Who knows. Here's more footage of the Millennium Falcon's escape from the downed Star Destroyer. It seems like Rey and Finn find the Falcon at the same time Han and Chewie do, and have just enough time for some exposition before making their escape.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
Now that is an interesting statement. I guess you could say that all the things Luke, Leia, and Han did have become Star Wars legends. Here we have a quick shot of Kylo Ren and his mates after a few too many bodies, that is. Ghost Anakin disapproves. And we've seen this shot already, but it looks like those X-Wings are doing more than just a training run because here's a whole bunch of really screwed stormtroopers. I have no idea what they're fighting over, but that place is wrecked. Also, oh my god, that is beautiful! And not a lens flare in sight! There's Poe Dameron again, presumably getting ready to kick ass and take some names, or possibly getting ready to get captured and tortured, I suppose.
A Jedi.
And there's Mr. Finn, armed and ready. He sure does get around. Kinda makes you wonder if Finn's gonna retrace Luke's footsteps, going from desert planets to escaping an Imperial ship to joining the Freedom Fighters on a greenish world. Of course, Finn also crashed on the desert world from a Star Destroyer, so maybe he's following in R2 and C-3PO's footsteps instead. But seriously, whatever it is those stormtroopers are protecting at those blasted out ruins, it had better be important because that place is wrecked. And speaking of wrecked, say goodbye once again to Rey's specialty junk shop. And say hello to whatever wild-looking place Han has taken these kids, guarded by the older brother of JJ's bad robot.
They're real.
And there's the shot of old Luke, who, if Han's narration is to be believed, apparently decided not to rebuild the Jedi Order and instead has gone camping for 30 years with his astromech. Not much to say here. Stormtroopers, fire, place is totally gone to hell. And here's Captain Phasma, the Chrome Trooper. I'll forgive the lens flare in this shot because when your armor is this shiny, it's bound to happen. Ghost Anakin, once again, disapproves. And here's a particularly sad-looking Rey, crying over something in the woods of the Starkiller base.
The Force.
Oh, so that's what the Stormtroopers were doing in those ruins. Considering Finn, Chewie, and Han are all in the process of lowering their hands, I suspect they may be looking at a squadron of X-Wings coming to their rescue.
It's calling to you.
So here it seems there's going to be a big battle on the Starkiller base, which has its own trench and everything. Poe Dameron is participating in the battle along with BB-88, so I wonder if he'll make some kind of impossible shot to blow up the planet and save the day. Star Wars Episode 7, The Lens Flare Awakens. And here's a shot of Rey, both armed and angry. And these are two of the unluckiest stormtroopers in a long line of unlucky stormtroopers. I'm not sure which one to feel more sorry for, the one getting tossed like a ragdoll in the wake of this X-Wing, or the one that took a shot from that X-Wing straight to the chest. Yes, Kylo Ren, you are still scary. Here's a quick shot of the Falcon's escape. An explosion of some kind. I can only assume it's related to the out-of-control TIE fighter that Finn may or may not be piloting. And there we go. Han and Leia reunited at last. Finally, we have Finn getting his lightsaber on. And quickly realizing exactly how outmatched he is.
Just let it in.
That's what she said.
And that seems to be everything. So how hyped are you about Episode 7? Did I miss anything big in the trailer? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and maybe check out the rest of my channel. Until then, may the Force be with you.